Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Rowe looking in Geometry Part B. This is Lesson 7, and we're looking at the area of a regular polygon. So again, what is a regular polygon? It is a polygon that has all congruent sides and angles. So for example, here is a regular pentagon. Notice all the sides are the same measure, and all the angles are 108 degrees. So that's what a regular polygon is. Now, what makes finding the area of it a little bit different? Well, here is a regular hexagon. You notice what I've done here is I've drawn a center, and I've drawn a segment from the center at an altitude and a right angle to one of the sides. Well, that's what we're going to use to find the area of this hexagon. And so what we're going to do, that's called the apothem, and the area is 1/2 the apothem, which is A, times the perimeter. So you'll need to find the perimeter of the object. You'll need to know the apothem. Then you follow this formula to find the area. Now, where does this formula come from? Well, let's take a look. If we broke this hexagon into pieces, it would form 6 congruent triangles. So all these triangles are congruent. So let's take a look at this altitude right here. That's the same as the apothem right here. So that altitude and that apothem are the same thing. So to find the area of one triangle, it would be 1/2 base times the height. Well, we've got 6 of these triangles. They're all congruent. So the area would be the sum of all 6 of those triangles, 1/2 base times height. And we've got 6 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let's take a look at this. You notice they all have B in common. Well, B is what? B is the side of the regular polygon. So if we factor out 1/2 H, and we have the sum of all those B's, well, the sum of all those B's, that's the perimeter. So that's the perimeter of the hexagon. Well, what is H? H is that apothem. So there's the formula. 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter. So that's where this comes from. It's the same in all regular polygons. Let's take a look at an example of how this is applied. So here is that regular hexagon again. I've added some numbers to it. One side of the hexagon is 8 inches, and the apothem is 4 times the square root of 3 inches. So how do we find the area? Well, we're going to apply our formula, 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter. The perimeter, well, if one side is 8, then we have 6 sides. So 8 times 6 would be 48. So 48 would be the perimeter. And that's what you do for all regular polygons. Take a side, multiply it by the number of sides, that gives you the perimeter. So we substitute into our formula. A is 1/2. The apothem is 4 times the square root of 3. The perimeter is 48. Half of 4 square root of 3 is 2 square root of 3. 2 square root of 3 times 48 is 96 square root of 3 inches squared. So that's the exact area right there. And if you want to approximate that area, multiply 96 times the square root of 3, you'll get approximately 166.3 inches squared. So that's how you apply that formula to find the area. Now, what else can we do with this? Well, we can find the length of one of the sides. So here's a regular pentagon. And what we want to find is this side over here, X. I've told you the apothem. I've told you the area. So how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to start with our formula. Well, in this case, we already know the apothem. It's 12. Well, what's the perimeter? Well, the perimeter is going to be 5 times X because we have 5 sides. Each side is X, so the perimeter is 5X. So now we're going to substitute all this into our formula. We know that the area is 522. We know that the apothem is 12. And we know that the perimeter is 5X. So let's just simplify this now. Half of 12 is 6. So we got 522 equals 6 times 5X. 5 times 6 is 30. And so now we just need to solve this one-step equation. So we're going to divide both sides by 30, and X equals 17.4. So those are 2 applications of finding the area of a regular polygon, and then using the area formula to find the missing side. So I hope this helps you with your lesson assignment. If you still struggle with this content, please let me know in a teacher message or make an appointment for a help session.